Well, we must. We have to. It's imperative to take a break from our Legion Remix Mythic Plus blasting. For this breaking news, we have warrior stuff, man. We took a brief little gander, but maybe this makes it easier to read. We have Apex talent. So just in our first look, it looked like the Arms Apex talent looks a lot like our Dragonflight set bonus. But we also have this. Okay, so Apex talent's Master of Warfare. It was kind of out of order. It looked like another one. But now we have this. Overpower has a chance to upgrade Slam to Heroic Strike. So it makes like... So this is kind of like what we wanted, where Slam would be some kind of proc. You have some kind of proc associated with Slam. And it turns it into turns it into Heroic Strike, which is kind of crazy. So Heroic Strike definitely strikes an opponent, causing high physical damage, and grants you a stack of Master of Warfare, allowing your attacks to penetrate 3% armor for 30 seconds. Multiple applications effect may overlap. Okay. Each stack of Master of Warfare increases Mortal Strike and Cleave damage by 5/10% and critical strike damage by 5/10%. Not chance, but damage. So, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, crit is going to be a bigger stat to consider in Midnight. I've been seeing that a lot. There's a lot of things that, like, affect, like, crit affects things in, like, a mechanical way, not even just damage way. But if you're getting more critical strike damage on Mortal Strike, in addition to more damage on Mortal Strike, that's going to be a chunk, man. Yeah. It's going to be a chunk. And a lot of armor pen as well. It's interesting. When a stack of Master of Warfare fades, the cooldown of Colossus Smash is reduced by 5 seconds. Yo. You think Arms is back to consistent damage, less burst? I mean, it's gonna chunk. Oh, baby. So you get armor pen, like, kind of all the time. I wonder how frequently this is gonna... So, when a stack of Master of Warfare fades, the cooldown of Colossus Smash is reduced. So, it will fade. But the things can overlap, but it's not gonna, like, refresh the stack. So you don't have to, like, not use the ability. It'll just sort of fall off. A stack will fall off, and then when it does, the cooldown of Colossus Smash is reduced. That's so sick, actually. I think Arms is gonna be nuts in Midnight. Just from what I've played so far, it feels really good. It feels chunky. And this is gonna be real chunky. That's awesome. So Slam is gonna be a fun button to press because it turns into Heroic Strike. You're gonna be excited to press it because it does damage, and then does armor pen, buffs your Mortal Strike damage, buffs the crit damage, and when the stack falls off, you get cooldown reduction on Colossus Smash. That sounds awesome. That sounds really fun. I like that. Then we have Fury, Rampaging Berserker. During Recklessness, critical strikes fuel your thirst for blood, granting you a stack of Rampaging Berserker. Rampaging Berserker increases your strength by 1% per stack and lasts for 20 seconds after Recklessness ends. So you're going to be able to keep those stacks up frequently, I think. You're going to build them and keep them afterwards. And Recklessness is a pretty short cooldown with Anger Management. Rampage's rage cost is reduced by 15/30. And Rampage damage is increased by 10 to 20% during Rec. Wow. That's kind of interesting. It makes it maybe not as valuable for Anger Management. But you know what? I bet the end result is about the same. You just press Rampage more frequently. So you spend Rage more frequently and do more damage. That's going to be fun. You're going to be cranking out the Rampages during Rec. That's going to be awesome. And Rampage extends the duration of Rampaging Berserker by 2 seconds. Oh, snap. So you're going to be, like, permanently buffed with that almost. That seems pretty cool. You're nervous about the Midnight changes? Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I think I see the vision and I support it. I'm definitely in a let him cook mode. We had that one short that's, like, of course, the one time where I'm like, that's not good. Like, my first look at having to choose between Ignore Pain and Die by the Sword. Which now I'm like, okay, we'll see how it goes. But of course, our first time looking at it, that short has like 300k views. It's like, oh my gosh, negative content. Cha-ching. But really, I'm definitely in an excited let him cook kind of phase about this. Those both sound awesome. Arms having a fun proc that gives you armor pen and CDR and damn is awesome. Fury kind of having that like ramping, like you want to press Recklessness, you want to spend a lot of rage, you want to press Rampage a ton, and it keeps your stacks flowing. Like that's really cool. I like that. That is fun. That's how Fury feels to me. so that's cool. And then you have Protection, Phalanx, Shield Slam crits, unleash a wave of force, dealing physical damage to all enemies in front of you, reducing the damage they deal to you. That's sick. It's Shield Crush from PoE. Shield Slam crits will do like an AoE. That's fun. Damage dealt by Thunderclap and Phalanx's wave of force is now increased. Oh, baby. Prot's going to be an AoE machine. While Shield Block is active, Shield Slam does 10% additional damage and has a 20% increased chance to critically strike. 20% increased crit? Now, are we talking about, like, if you have 10% crit chance, you now have 12% crit chance? Or is it, like... Usually WoW doesn't do things that way, but maybe it is. It is kind of doing that with one of the talents that ARMS has. With Colossus Smash. Or is it giving you, like, 30% crit chance? Because that's big. So Prot actually sounds awesome, too. Yeah, it's just 20% extra crit chance. Increased, I've been playing a bunch of ARPGs recently, so when I see increased, that makes me worried. And it also works like that for that one talent where it's like, yeah, Colossus Smash does... It was the additional damage granted by Colossus Smash is increased by this amount. It's like, okay, that just reads differently. No, I think it's like... You'd have like 30% crit chance with Shield Block up if you had 10% crit chance. So, Prot is just an AoE demon. So, huge damage on Thunderclap, and Shield Slam is now like an AoE, Shield Crush AoE kind of thing, which is awesome. And Shield Block gives you even more damage on Shield Slam and AoE. Sorry, and AoE if you crit, and it gives you like a ton more crit chance. So that's sick. That sounds awesome. Sounds like it's a Thane season, baby. Big ol' AoE with Thane and Thunder Blasts and Shield Block is already making you do more damage. And then makes it have a bigger chance to crit, which is more damage, and makes it AoE. That sounds awesome. So ARMS, yeah, this all sounds really cool to me. I don't know when these go in the alpha, but I'm definitely going to want to get in there and try them all out. Especially because now we've been playing a lot of Prot in Legion Remix, you know? Pretty cool. Every Shield Slam would crit, practically because you have crit from gear. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know, we'll see. Sounds sick. Sounds sick. Yeah, I like all these, and I'm definitely excited to test them all out. I think they all fit really well. Prot being kind of like an AoE machine, and like the Shield Block into Shield Slam for more damage kind of idea sounds awesome. Like, you already have that, so it's just kind of adding on to it and building on to what you already do. For all of these, really. I think it sounds like the ARMS one almost changes things the most, because you go from, like, maybe not pressing Slam that much to, like, hitting it, you know? You get a proc, it lights up, it turns into Heroic Strike, boo, you press that bad boy. Armor Pen. Mortal Strike buff. That sounds so good. Rampaging Berserker. Recklessness. It is going to be crits. So it's another thing about, yeah, it's another situation of crit. All of these actually have sort of crit dependency. I'm telling you guys, they really want crit to be a more valuable stat in Midnight. Like, mechanically. Right? Mechanically. It's important for Fury there, right? Recklessness crits give you Thirst for Blood, which grants you Rampaging Berserker. So you do need crit as Fury. And you do need crit as Prot, too. I'm telling you, man. You're going to see a lot of crit mastery. But probably crit haste will be fairly common, too. That's sick, though. I like all these talents a lot, man. They're cooking, dude. They're cooking. The one thing I was like, was the Ignore Pain, Die by the Sword thing. But we'll see. I think it's in line with other classes for the most part. Although DKs do still have a lot of defensives, but they're all kind of a long cooldown. Anyway, this looks sick. I like the idea of all of them. I feel like they fit the theme of the classes really, really well. And, looking good. Can you guys hear Archer back there? Not quite. Popping off. Anyway, he knows, like, whenever I'm making videos, he has to get involved. He's a good boy. Anyway, this is sick, though. This is looking really good. I'm happy. Keep cooking, devs. You're doing good work. Apex talents, thumbs up for me. All three. All right, let's keep pumping Legion Remix, but this is exciting. We're going to have to see when those go on alpha and go test them out, but I like what I'm seeing. They're cooking. And I'm looking forward to it. They're cooking, and it smells good.